So we have two stocks in this video, WLDS and AEHL. WLDS at some point had a gain of 700%. It has given up those gains. It's now only up 412% roughly. Intraday high in this session, $10.91. This is Wednesday, the 10th of September. Yeah, the stock, or rather, the company disclosed that it has received a new US patent for its voice and gesture control technology, fueling speculation about its role as a potential leader in the AI driven wearables market. There's buzz going on right now as the stock is trending, centered around two major themes: the fundamentals and the technical setup. On the fundamental side, traders and investors are highlighting the company's breakthrough brain computer interface (BCI), that is data technology, and how far-reaching it will have, how far-reaching effect it will have on applications in AR and VR smartwatches and next-generation wearable devices. The patent win has been interpreted as a validation of the company's innovation and its potential edge in the growing AI wearables sector. However, it has to be pointed out that obtaining a patent is not everything. Obtaining a patent is still very much like standing on shaky ground. Yeah, just like every other asset, you really can't rely on it very well. This is because of the fact that when you apply for a patent, you submit all your documents and your evidences and your experiments and your exhibits. The patent office will just have a look at your evidence, and they are not going to prove whether you really own the patent, and the substance of it all. It will be tested. It will be challenged. All they need to do is they would have a set of guidelines and rules. If your documentation meets those rules, you'll be granted a patent. And those rules are not in place to test what you have disclosed or what you have provided as proof of your patent. Okay, so yeah, we have to point that out. This is because in future the company may want to challenge an infringement, and when that happens, the accused accused party, the party that's been accused of infringing on the patent, we may challenge the patents and say that what the company disclosed as patents are actually not. So this comes up all the time. If you have a look at their website, you'll see a host of challenges going on there. So you may also find out that the stock has a very high short interest according to this readout, which is also another, it's part of the technical side of things. And that is because, if you're relying heavily on patents, it's that's a dicey move. But it does not mean you have to do that. Companies have to file their patents to protect themselves, trademarks, and all that stuff. But it's always subject to challenge. Always subject to challenge, and especially when you're dealing with big companies, they can afford by far more highly competent scientists and engineers who can come and dismantle your case. Yeah. So yes, it has very high short interest. Okay. Not everyone is convinced. Skeptics warn that the stock's meteoric rise is attention grabbing, and questions remain about the company's ability to scale commercially, generate a sustainable revenue, and maintain investor confidence once the hype cools. The debate highlights a familiar dynamic in small cap tech. Groundbreaking technology meets speculative trading frenzy. So, yeah, the stock has continued to give up the gains it ran up. This intraday high of 10.91 is indeed an upward projection validated by some of the data we have on the 1 minute chart. We'll have a look at it later on. So this is you got a rejection there, so it is now an upward projection. It is not a calculated projection. It is a projection that came as a result of action, money going in there and getting it printed. So price pressure momentum. Before we get into that, the extrapolation is saying that the strength will remain in place up till the close of today's trading session. Then, no, as a matter of fact, up till maybe tomorrow the 11th, Thursday the 11th, and then after that we may have a contraction going all the way towards Monday the 15th, and then consolidation thereafter. Okay, so price pressure momentum strongly bullish. Nothing here is negative at all. Okay, let's have a look at the daily chart. On the daily chart here, it's saying strength will remain in place up till Friday the 12th, and then a contraction that might play out by up till Friday the 19th. We already have projections going all the way towards 10.91, isn't it? Yeah, we do. But we can't see anything that high so far this year. Yeah, we can't see anything that high, but we have, okay, before we do that, price pressure momentum here on the daily charts. We have some negative derivatives. Obviously, the stock has given up some of the gains it ran up, so it's an indication that a pullback is imminent. Yeah, when it's going to happen, it's already happening. It's already in play. It has already lost half of what it gained today. Okay, 1 minute chart. Let's see. We want to validate that 10.91, which so can say 10.88. It is sort of validation. At some point we saw $12 on some fraction. 10.88. I think on the 2 minute charts. 10.88. Yeah. We have here 14.39, 17.92, 20.11, 20.11. So yeah, that's validated. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on with AEHL. AE AEHL. Up 33.23%. It has given up all the gains. It ran up almost everything. At some point in this session, printed a high of $35. That's also an upper projection. So if you consider that, then the stock has given up. Yeah, that will be almost 60. No, more than that. Yeah, up to 70% or thereabout. More than that, so if not. Okay, so let's see what we have. On the line trend, strongly bearish. Extrapolation is saying that high prices will remain in place up till Friday the 12th, and then by Monday the 15th, a contraction may ensue up till Monday the 29th of September. Selling pressure is okay, still dissipating because it has given up some of the gains it ran up. The line trend bearish. We haven't seen any extrapolation validating this $35, but it doesn't really need a validation. It is a price that it has printed it has printed. Money went into it, so it's not calculated. As again, I mean, compared to, I mean, by that I mean, some of the projections I mentioned sometimes are actually calculated, even though the stock has printed such prices before. But in this case, in of late, I would say at least this year, this is the highest it has ever printed. So it is not as a result of it's as a result of money and action going into the stock to get it to $35. So it is indeed an upper projection, a lofty one indeed, but still one regardless. Yeah, so expect the pullback to happen. That is what the extrapolation is saying here. Of it's 3-day moving average, and that should be the case as well on this on the 4-hour chart. Yeah. Okay. Here it's saying it's going to remain strong. The strength. Okay. In this session, it's okay. Well, from it's going to remain strong up till the close of today, and then consolidate up till the pre-market session of tomorrow, and then maybe attempt to spike again. Then after that, we might get into a contraction. Yeah. The price pressure momentum here on the 4-hour chart is still very robustly in a robust trend mode. However, we'll have a fractional second derivative on this 21 period moving average, indicating that yeah, some weakness may be creeping in gradually. So have a look at these stocks, and not the best time to start buying them. And I will continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.